So Samsung has just announced two new flagship smartphones to the market, the Galaxy Z Flip3 5G and the Galaxy Z Fold3 5G. And yes, they are replacing the Galaxy Note series with these two new flagship smartphones from Samsung. But is it good? Okay ba siya? Well, today malalaman natin if magugustuhan nyo nga ba ang Galaxy Z Flip3 5G and the Galaxy Z Fold3 5G. Hey guys, I'm Jam of jamonline.ph and welcome back to my channel, and today we're gonna talk about the two new flagship smartphones of Samsung, the Galaxy Z Flip3 5G and the Galaxy Z Fold3 5G. So we didn't had a hands-on of these two new smartphones from Samsung, but they've sent us photos and pictures and videos of these two new smartphones. And of course, we got some details regarding dito sa mga flagship smartphones si Samsung. Again, they're replacing Galaxy Note series, which is a well-loved smartphone series from Samsung. But is it a bad move? Well, Samsung is forecasting that there will be a 3 times growth ng foldable smartphones this year, and it isn't surprising considering that these two smartphones will now be the newest flagship instead of the Galaxy Note series. And here's the best part, it will have a really good price na mamaya pag-uusapan natin dito sa video. So first, let's talk about the Galaxy Z Fold3 5G. The Galaxy Z Fold2 is a pretty good smartphone. I mean, it's a foldable smartphone with a lot of features, a lot of things na ma-deliver sa atin. But with the Galaxy Z Fold3, it's a lot better. So for those people who are missing the S Pen on the Galaxy Note series, well, thankfully, the Galaxy Z Fold3 will now support the S Pen, but it will be a different S Pen as this one supports the S Pen, the Fold Edition, and the S Pen Pro. As for the display of the Galaxy Z Fold3, it's pretty much the same with the Galaxy Z Fold2 when it comes to size. 6.7-inch on the cover display and 7.6-inch on the foldable display or the main display of the Z Fold3. But hindi lang yon. We now have a more durable display. It's an 80% more durable film compared to the predecessor, which means that the foldable display will be tougher and we can avoid scratches compared dun sa Z Fold2. And of course, there's the Gorilla Glass Victus on the front and back of the smartphone, which means that it's tougher and better compared to Z Fold2 that has a Gorilla Victus on the front and Gorilla Glass 6 at the back. Speaking of the display, the cover display, yes, similar size, but this time it will now have a 120Hz refresh rate on both the cover display and also on the foldable display of the smartphone. This means that it's smooth, the transitions are good, and everything's better on both the cover display and also the foldable display of the smartphone. But here's the best part about the foldable display of the Galaxy Z Fold3. It now comes with an under-display camera. Yes, this is the first foldable display that supports an under-display camera. So there will be an uninterrupted viewing when you're checking out your smartphone. Wala nang selfie na punch hole sa foldable display, and mas maganda tignan ang mas malaking display ng Galaxy Z Fold3. But of course, it's not just the hardware. They've also improved the software side of the smartphone, as the UX or the user experience and the user interface of the Galaxy Z Fold3 has improved even more. I mean, with the Galaxy Z Fold2, we saw that the applications are optimized for the foldable display. And with the Galaxy Z Fold3, well, more applications now supports yung ating foldable display ng Z Fold3. The Galaxy Z Fold3 also supports taskbar now, in where you can pin applications and open it anytime basta bukas yung Z Fold3's foldable display. This is a really cool feature, especially for those people who are really productive on their smartphone. In my case, this will be really useful as I can drag and drop applications for multi-window dito sa Z Fold3. As for the performance, the Galaxy Z Fold3 comes with a Snapdragon 888 processor inside and 12 gigs of RAM. Basically, this is not the most powerful Snapdragon out there in the market. I mean, we already have the 888 Plus, but the 888 5G processor, I'm pretty sure that you will be okay with that. that, whatever games that you want to play on this smartphone, it will run really well. And if you're into gaming, katulad ng sinabi ko kanina, you will enjoy the stereo speakers of the Galaxy Z Fold3. Yes, we now have stereo speakers on the Galaxy Z Fold3, so you can have a more immersive movies pag nanonood kayo, gaming, mas maganda yung speakers dito and experience. And before we get down to the camera, let's talk about one of the features that I love on the Galaxy Z Fold3 and the Z Flip3 5G. Actually, with the Z Fold3 and the Z Flip3 5G, it will now come with an IPX8 water resistance. This means that hindi na kayo masyado mag-aalala pag umulan or if nabasa yung smartphone nyo. One of the things that are missing on the Galaxy Z Fold2 and the Z Flip is the water resistance. But thankfully, we now have water resistance on the Z Fold3. Why is it a big deal for me? Well, this, I believe, is the first foldable smartphone with this feature. Since there are a lot of moving parts on the smartphone, meron tayong hinge, but this time, Samsung has managed to cover that, yung internals natin, and still have the IPX8 water resistance. So it's a great innovation for Samsung's part, and I hope that we could see more foldable smartphones with water resistance like this one. As for the camera, we have here a triple lens camera at the back. It's a 12 megapixel camera. One is ultra wide, one is wide angle, and the other one is a telephoto lens. For the cover display of the smartphone, we also got here a selfie camera. It's a 10 megapixel selfie camera. It's not an under display camera, but it's nice that we got here a 10 megapixel selfie camera. And inside, again, you got your foldable smartphone, a foldable display with an under-display camera. It's a 4 megapixel under-display camera. I'm really curious on what we can expect dito pagdating sa kanyang camera quality. So for the colors of the Galaxy Z Fold3 5G, it will come in Phantom Green, Phantom Black, and Phantom Silver. Now let's talk about the Galaxy Z Flip3 5G. Well, it's pretty much the same as we still have here the same form factor, but there are a lot of improved features on this one, including the outer display and yes, the foldable display of the smartphone. First, there's the 6.7-inch display inside, which is the foldable display. Yes, it's the same size as the previous generation, but this time we're getting here 120Hz refresh rate. This means that it's smoother and a lot better compared dun sa previous generation. And this time, we now have a different outer display on the smartphone as we got here a 1.9-inch outer display. It's a Super AMOLED display, it's colored, and its display is a lot bigger so you can display more content, notifications, widgets, or even use it as a selfie camera for the smartphone. This is a really cool feature, and I look forward to seeing the Galaxy Z Flip 4 to have a bigger outer display sana in the future. But yeah, it's nice to have this one that is now bigger and a lot better compared to the previous generation. Unfortunately for the camera, it's still a dual lens rear camera. It's both 12 megapixel. Unfortunately, there's no telephoto lens on this one for the rear camera, but I believe since we got here an outer display, the rear camera of the smartphone, the dual rear camera of the smartphone is perfect for taking selfies. You can take great selfies compared to the selfie camera on the foldable display of the smartphone. Speaking of the selfie camera, we got here 10 megapixel selfie camera, and no, there's no under display camera over here, but it's not much of an issue for me. But I'm really happy to see an under display camera on the Z Fold3, but having a 10 megapixel display selfie camera is a lot better for me for the Z Flip, because I believe the market for the Z Flip3 5G is for the people who are into lifestyle, mga fashionistas, mga mahilig mag-selfies. As for the processor, this one comes with a Snapdragon 888 5G processor inside. It's powerful, yes. Again, not the most powerful, but it's nice that they didn't use a previous generation processor. And it's nice that they've used still the 8 series na processor dito. 888 is a powerful processor already. Actually, I was expecting that it would have an 870, but 888 is fine. It's powerful. You can use it for gaming if you wanted to. And since we got here 120Hz refresh rate, I'm pretty sure that you would enjoy playing games on the smartphone. And yes, despite being a flip smartphone, we still have here a stereo speaker, and it will still have the IPX8 water resistance. And yes, that means that the Z Flip is protected from mga splashes ng water, biglang ulan, or accident natin na natapon yung tubig sa Z Flip 3. But I think the Galaxy Z Flip is not for those people who are power hungry, for those who aren't productive. The Z Flip is for those people who want a smartphone, the best, stylish smartphone sa mga fashionista. I'm pretty sure that they would love this one, as the accessories are really good. As you can see on the photo right now, the accessories of this one is very stylish. It's very good. And since we got here a foldable or a clamshell design, this one is pocketable kahit na maliit yung inyong mga pocket or maliit yung bag nyo. So I believe this one is great do sa mga tao na talagang hindi kailangan ng smartphone like the Z Fold3 na medyo malaki screen. Kailangan lang nila something that works, that they can, flash that to their friends, that they can flash dun sa mga kaibigan nila, hey, I got a really cool smartphone, the Z Flip3. I believe yun yung talagang difference ng dalawa. So if you want a more productive, power-hungry, dun sa Z Fold3, want stylish, more lifestyle, go for the Z Flip3. Now, let's talk about the pricing of these two smartphones. We all know that the foldable smartphones are really expensive. I mean, way over the top compared to most smartphones out there in the market. But this time with the Z Flip3 5G and the Z Fold3 5G, they're introducing these two smartphones at a much lower starting price. For the Galaxy Z Flip3 5G, it starts with a 128 gigs of storage with 8 gigs of RAM. It will start at 52,990, while the 256 gigs variant is priced at 56,990. That is a massive price drop compared to the previous generation. I believe that the foldable smartphones, masabot kaya na ito unlike before. And as for the Z Fold3 5G, the smartphone starts at 87,990 for the 256 gig storage and 95,990 for the 512 gig storage. And wow, I wasn't expecting that the smartphone would be priced below 90,000. I was actually expecting that it will be at flat 100,000 starting price, but this time it's 87,990. It makes more sense that they've ditched the Galaxy Note series. I mean, the smartphone does come with a large display, check, just like the Note series. It supports an S Pen, check. I mean, even the S21 Ultra supports S Pen. So, medyo mababaliwala na yung main feature ni Galaxy Note. And the reason kung bakit na this Z Fold3, pinag-combine niya na yung best features that we have on the Galaxy Note and the, of course, sa mga flagship smartphones. I mean, we got here a lower price na mas abot kaya. Yes, it's still expensive, 87,990, still expensive, but mas abot kaya na siya compared before. So, malapit na siya dun sa price range ni Galaxy Note 20 Ultra when it was launched last year. So, I'm happy that they're starting now at 87,990. And again, we got their cover display. Poof! Meron na tayong foldable display, mas malaking display, better for gaming, better for productivity, and it supports S Pen. So, I think Galaxy or Samsung Galaxy is making a game-changing pricing in here. I believe it will rock the smartphone industry right now. Maybe sa katulad natin na sa mid-range country, mid-range is king talaga dito sa Pilipinas, but with the Galaxy Z series, I believe it will make a dent in the smartphone industry in the flagship series as they can price their foldable smartphone, the Z Fold3, at below 90,000 pesos. So yeah, that's it dito sa ating video about the Galaxy Z Flip3 5G and the Z Fold3 5G. It's a really interesting smartphone. I believe marami pa tayong makikita soon. Hopefully, makita pa tayong mas murang Z-series smartphones. And I'm really happy with its starting price and the features that we're getting in here. So, guys, that's it dito sa ating video. So, if you like this video, don't forget to give us a thumbs up. And, of course, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. And be sure to click that subscribe button along with that bell button to get notified of our latest videos here sa aking YouTube channel. So, once again, I'm JumpOnline.ph. Thank you for watching and see you guys again sa susunod na video.